Good afternoon. This is the market update for buy sell short for Tuesday, February 11th. The Yellen rally, as it was called, very nice move today in the market, plus 200 plus points. We were up into the new Fed chairman's initial testimony to Congress. We were up about 80, 90 points, and then Yellen started to say some things that the market really liked. Chief among them was that she does not believe that there is a bubble in the market. And also, during some questioning with one of the congressmen, pretty much said that if conditions change, the Fed is not locked into their current taper strategy, that they will adjust accordingly. And off to the races the market went. Essentially, the Bernanke put has now become the Yellen put, and away we went. Fat move in the market over the last couple of days. We were talking about how this market was nicely bottomed last week, how everyone had rushed to the other side of the boat. Doom and gloom, the end of the world, down we go, big correction coming. So over the last 4 days, we've seen a 700-point rally in the market. That is essentially what happens every time. You recall the last couple of videos, I've been talking about one of my favorite indicators during this recent rally, the extreme negative MACD. And the Dow had gotten down to one of the most extreme levels we've seen in the last year plus. And as a result, boom goes the market. Resistance right now is at the 50-day moving average at 16,100. We could blow through that and just keep going up. But, we were up 700 points over the last couple of days, so a little bit of consolidation is to be expected. You can see that here on the 15-minute chart. I will point your attention to the golden cross that we talked about that happened. The average gain, 150 points on average from a golden cross, and we got 200 points this time. Again, another awesome indicator that works about 90% of the time, especially when we come off such oversold conditions that we saw last week. Dow transports have bounced, but not to the extent that we've seen in the large cap stocks, and that's not such a bad thing. We didn't have the such a dramatic sell-off in the transports as we did in the Dow, but we're consolidating right here under the 50-day moving average, and we still have yet to see a positive MACD cross on the Dow transports, and it's still triggering a buy signal here. So that breakthrough 7,300, and we are looking really good. The doom and gloomers were out in force last week. Now, if we see any sort of pause in the market tomorrow, they'll be out again going, see, we told you the top is in, before they get bent over again and have to scurry to cover as the market moves higher. The indices look really good to me right now. And that's all I'm going to say. Russell, big bounce back up, all the way back. Look to the green line, the 20-day exponential. Great bounce target, especially from oversold conditions. And like the Dow transports, we've got strong resistance right now at the 50-day moving average, but we've got RSI ready to break 50. We've got a positive MACD cross probably within the next day or two. We've got stochastics coming out of oversold levels. And, like I talked about before, back in October, we saw a similar thing happen after that 1,000-point sell-off where we just kept going, riding that wall of worry. We'll probably see the exact same thing happen here again. The momentum has actually been excellent in small cap stocks, even though the majority of the movement we've seen in the market so far has been large cap dominated. Now, once we see the large cap stocks pause a little in the next day or two, we should really see that risk money come into the small and mid cap stocks in a big way. And that's, where we make our bread and butter. New trade alert this morning, FSI, dollar under. I believe this is the play on the water crisis in California right now. I sent out probably one of my longest email alerts that I've sent out in a long time, loaded with research on why this is a potential monster play. And as I mentioned, there are very few plays on the California water crisis. There really are hardly any water companies. CDZI is one that gets pumped a lot. 200 million market cap, zippity doodah sales. Not really that big of a play, I think. California is about to sign a $600 million deal. They say for shovel-ready projects, but this is a crisis that is in place right now. Building a tunnel that's going to take 4 or 5 years to build is going to do squat for us right now. FSI has a product called Water Saver. It's a bio-safe, drinking water safe, approved by the Department of Wildlife, NSF, safe product that you sprinkle on water and it stops evaporation. 65% of the water in California is lost through evaporation. This product stops 35% of that loss. We don't even need rain. If every water agency, and there's 600 plus in California, used this product, we double our water supply, and the crisis would be averted. The bill that is passing has a lot of water-saving money that they are going to spend. Big potential play here. Tiny market cap. $14 million market cap with $16 million in sales. All these other water companies, I mean, they're pushing a stock called CWCO that does water in the Cayman Islands. What the hell does that have to do with California? But, it's a stock that they're pushing as a California water play. Legit play right here on FSI. And if this one was to trade at the same market cap as these other stocks, it would be a $9 stock. Check the chart out. Wrong one. FSI. Look at the potential for this stock. This is a $3 stock 2 years ago. Nice big-time trend line breakout that happened today on this stock. Almost hit our first target of $1.35 shortly after the open. 152 to 170 is the next range on this one. Rock solid support, 90 cents. If this one manages to dip under $1, I would definitely be considering accumulating shares on this one. I think we have a potential gem swing play here. And the California water crisis is only going to get worse. Last night they issued a voluntary water reduction here in Southern California, San Diego. Even though we've got lots of water supply right now, voluntary water restrictions almost always lead to mandatory, which is probably going to be the case, and these water plays are going to get chased up. Biotech stocks on fire. AEZS, love the setup here. Positive MACD cross triggered today. The last positive MACD cross on this stock, we gained 20% in 2 days and 50% in the following, 2 weeks. Actually, back in November, there was a positive MACD cross, and the stock gained 50%, almost 50% in 2 days. Positive MACD cross, big-time breakout, 200-day moving average, 154 target, $1.39. This is where they will start to chase this stock, is right there. Stochastics, triple top breakout looming, looks great. KOOL. We jumped into this stock, trading alert on Friday at $1.15 or $2.15 to $2.20. Target was $2.40, $2.65. Boom yesterday, boom today. Hit an intraday high of $2.60. Almost hit our secondary target. As is always the case, book half, 2/3 gains at our first target, and go down to 10-15% of your position on second target. Trail your stops up above where you entered. Bob's your uncle. Guaranteed winner. Money in the pocket. Perfect play for us here. Intraday plays. Awesome right now. KUTV. We jumped into this one today because the China video plays were blowing up. We jumped into this one. 315 to 320, hit 360 about 30 minutes later. What's that? 45-cent move. Now, if you're in the chat room, you are buying here. If you were following everyone else, you were buying up here 30 minutes later and watching it melt away as we booked our profits up here, if you want to get into these plays, jump into the chat room. 90% of the time, these big winners, we are in first. That's just the way it is. Definitely come into the chat room if you can. Now, we're starting to get some more swing alerts going out right now. We're going to slowly build up to those, moving back to a full position stance after our cautious stance over the last couple of weeks on the market retrace. But even if we do see, the large cap stocks pause over the next couple of days, that just means the money's going to flow into the stocks that we love to trade, small and mid cap stocks. So that's it for the video, guys. If you've got any questions, shoot me an email, feedback, buysellshort.com. Otherwise, I will see you all in the chat room tomorrow. Have an awesome evening.